Hi there, and thanks for checking out this tutorial on Zoom. If you haven't checked out some of our other videos, please do go and have a look. And we're doing lots of different hints and tips around using this virtual platform. If you haven't done that, my name is Ken and I run a company called Tailored Learning Solutions. We are a learning company. We do a lot of our learning face-to-face, and more recently we have had to convert that into online platforms. Having used a variety of platforms, we favour Zoom, and I wanted to share with you some of the things that we've learned over the last couple of months, things that have been really great, a couple of things you might need to be aware of, and a few things how you can get around to create a fully versatile platform for your learners in a training environment, for team meetings, webinars, conferences, all of those different types of applications. For today's video, I'm going to share with you a very starting point for screen sharing, and then I've got a second video that shows you some of the more advanced options in Zoom around screen sharing. So this is probably the one that most of you will have used already. If you haven't, keep watching this video and we'll go through it step by step. So at this moment in time, I've got a Microsoft PowerPoint set up in the background, and this is something that I'm ready to share with my learners as they come into the room. As the host, you've got the choice. You can either leave your screen like this and have a chat with people as they enter the room, or you can have your Microsoft slides set up ready so they've got something to have a look at. And one of the things we tend to do is a rotating set of slides. So we'll create a presentation and those slides will rotate round as people are coming into the room. And there's another video about best top tips for what to put on those sort of slides. When you're ready, once you've got things set up, you can then start to share your screen. So for this tutorial, what I've got set up here are two monitors. And if you're familiar with Microsoft PowerPoint, when you go into presenter mode, one screen will give you what your slides are looking like as the host, with your notes that you may have placed in there, and the other screen, the output screen, gives you the presentation. And it's that I want to share with my learners. So step number one is hitting the screen share button in the middle of your screen, and once you've done that, it will give you a couple of options. We're just going to go on the basic screen share for now. And as you can see, I've got a couple of windows set up. I've got desktop one, which if you have a close look at that image, are my host slides. So this is the one that's going to give me the slide that my learners are seeing, the slide that's coming up next, and any notes that you may have placed in there. What I've got on desktop 2, this is my second monitor, is you can actually see a mirror image of what's on the screen. Now, there's no harm in sharing desktop 2 if that's where your Microsoft slides are or the video, whatever it is you're sharing. But please be aware that anything else you place onto desktop 2, your learners will see as well. So if you're like me as the host and have a couple of other applications running to enable this environment to work well, if you move things across and backwards and forwards, your learners are going to see that as well. What I want you to take notice of is the application, so Microsoft PowerPoint. It's the application we want to share. And again, this is the most common one that I know people have been using over the last couple of months. You can again see that it is in presenter mode. You can see the slides as the host, and this is the one I want my learners to see. So if you click that, click share, then your learners are going to see the slides that you want them to see. And I've got my second laptop set down here, and you can now see that as what the learners will see. And like any other PowerPoint presentation, if you start to click through your slides as you're talking as the facilitator, you will see those slides. Your learners will see those slides as you click through. So just a very, very basic screen share, and probably the one that the majority of people have used in the last couple of months. So I'm going to stop sharing that now. One thing that you can do with share, and this is a great little hint and tip for this one, if you notice when you go into screen share, you have an option to share computer sound. So if you've got anything in your PowerPoint slides like videos embedded, if you've got any kind of music embedded or audio clips, people speaking, now we tend to use those if we're doing things like contact center training, so we'll play audio clips maybe for clients and for learners to then assess what that audio clip sounds like and give some feedback on it. So absolutely fabulous for doing that. One thing you do have to be aware of is it shares all your computer sounds. If you have an email application open or another application that sends notifications to you, if anything happens and there is a bing, it will go through to your delegates' laptops as well. So when you do share computer sound, make sure you turn off things like emails, you turn off any kind of applications that have notifications that fire through to you. Messages, things like that, will all bing and bong through to your learners. Okay? Last little thing that I just want to show you on here, and this is a great little tool, whiteboard. You can share a whiteboard with your learners, and I've actually been using this over the last couple of months as a game of Pictionary. So when we've had family and friends join in Zoom, we've been using a virtual Pictionary, and this is the space that we've been doing it on. And just like a normal whiteboard in a training room, you can draw all over this, and your learners will be able to draw as well if you give them the option to do that. And there's a great little function here to save that whiteboard instantly. And if you've seen the chat video we've done, you can send that whiteboard out to people whilst you're in the room, and those learners have got any kind of drawings or annotations that you've done in the whiteboard space. So I'll stop sharing that now. Have a go. Have a play around with it. There's a couple of things you might need to just adjust with your screen. So see what you can come up with. It's always useful having a second device so you can see how your learners are going to experience that screen share, and just make sure that whatever screen, especially if you're working on 2 monitors, whatever you share, you've got the right monitor shared. Otherwise, you'll be saying to your learners, please start drawing on the whiteboard, and they may not have anything on their screen. So it's good to have a play around, see what you can come up with, and find the best useful ways to engage your learners. Thanks for checking out this video. Have a look at some of the others, and look forward to seeing you soon.